Hey, welcome to Loveable AF. I'm Grateful Sherry. So something that totally had me stuck in my business, almost cost me my marriage. So today is Wednesday Mindset. We're going to be talking about some mindset stuff because people focus a lot on skill sets, and we've had a lot of students come through. They learn the same thing as somebody else. They come in at the same time, even same amount of capital, and one person, boom, they're making so much more money, and the other person is struggling hard. And why is that? And what we found it was mindset. Even if you have the same training, the same opportunity, the same even resources as somebody else, without the mindset, it just doesn't come together. And so mindset is that's why I'm talking about mindset. Now, specifically, this thing that had me stuck and literally almost cost me my marriage, it was a difficult one. And it's raising my standards. So raising your standards might sound like, okay, well, but raising your standards, at least for me, is literally what got me from $60,000 in credit card debt to no credit card debt. It got me from having a marriage that was full of disconnect and pain to having a connected, close marriage. Like this is where it is. It's that bumping up those standards. Creating a business that I loved, that I was so excited about. Again, standards. And the more we get clear on what it is we want, get clear that we deserve it, right? If there's any beliefs in the way from you achieving that, dealing with those beliefs and then bumping your standards up. But I'll tell you, that is so simple, right? You're like, okay, it's too easy. Got it. Okay, I'll just do that right now. But for me, what happened was I was really petrified that if I started raising my standards of how I wanted to be treated, how I wanted my life to look, how I wanted things to go, making more money, I was petrified that it would actually hurt my marriage, that my husband wouldn't come with me, that he wouldn't bump up with me, that and there was a moment literally where I my energy, everything, it was like, literally, I can remember this, and I mean, this is a visual, right? It's not real life, but in my mind, it just felt like he was struggling really hard, and I had done everything I could do to help, and I was like, okay, look, I got to keep moving forward here. And I remember it feeling like after I walked over this next rise, energetically, I wouldn't be able to see him anymore. And I was like, what if he doesn't catch up? What if this is the end of us? And what I got really clear on was this calling right here. This calling was like, you don't have a choice. You've got to keep going. You cannot have that calling and ignore it any longer. It's going to keep doing this. It's going to keep coming. It's going to keep coming. And you're on this path to grow. And if you stop, you're going to resent him. It's not going to help, right? And it's not going to help him either. So I energetically went over the rise and I kept going. And I was really, really scared, like a pit of my stomach kind of scared. And I just kept at it, right? So obviously in life we saw each other, but there was a lot less of a connection because we weren't connecting anymore on that same level. And I just got really clear. These are the things that I need in our relationship. These are the things that I need in a relationship. Like, these are my non-negotiables. These are things that are so important to me, right? I need to be important to that person. I need to be able to feel that I'm important to that person. I need their undivided time at times, right? We, pick times, right? I need to feel safe, and I need to know that they have my back no matter what, right? Like, these are the things that, they were non-negotiables. And I have a whole list. I won't read you the whole list, but I have a whole list of things. And I was like, this is the relationship that I want. This is the relationship I need to support me. I need something that helps support me, to raise me up, to keep going where I'm going, right? That's the kind of relationship I needed. And so I let him know. I was like, hey, Matt, this is what I need. And, and then I backed off, right? Because my old self wasn't about... When I would raise my standards, it was like this, oh, but I'll help you. Let me help you do this. But that wasn't really a raised standard. That was just me putting more and more pressure on myself, more and more taking on all of our relationship. And just to be clear, it was not a favor to Matt for me to do that. It was not something Matt wanted or requested. I was just too scared of what would happen if I completely was like, here you go. And I hope that you catch up, and I hope it goes well. Let me know. This is what I need. And I hope, right? It was really, truly frightening. And when I did that and I dropped it, I was like, it was this total surrender. Because I had this feeling like it was trying to drive, you know, like, and I had Maseo on one side, Matt on the other side. And finally I was like, okay, this is actually hurting everybody. Oh, that did. But so I was like, okay, you do your thing. You do your thing. This is where I'm going. This is what I need. And I love you. If there's something you need, you let me know. And I let go. And it was truly frightening because there's this little part of me, right, that has this like, well, if you're not doing it for them, they're not going to show up for you because nobody really loves you. Nobody really, really, truly thinks that you're great. People think that you're okay, right? And I have old beliefs. So here's what I did. When that stuff came up for me, I was like, okay, I'm doing this. And then I got really scared. You can even see there's still some emotion in there. I went back and I looked at the beliefs. I looked at what beliefs do I have that is saying that that's a true thing? And do I really believe that's true? And do I really want that to be my truth? And of course, no, I don't want that to be my truth. And no, of course, that's not the truth. So as I started being like, okay, you know what? I am lovable just as I am. I am special just as I am. I should be someone's number one because I'm fucking great, right? Like, as I started doing that, and then I realized, hey, I'm my own number one. And the more I started doing that, naturally, they just started doing their own thing. But it started to become in this realm where we're all, again, I can see Matt energetically. He's with me again. So raising your standards, while is super scary, to me, it's the only thing that has bumped me up in where I was going. It bumped me up in my income level. It bumped me up in how I felt about myself. It bumped me up in how my days went. It's bumped me up in the kind of mom I am, everything. So it's that standard when you find what you want and you're like, this is what I need, without having to control it, without having to make it happen, just more like, this is what I need, and then let it flow. And like, it's such a relief, honestly. It's been amazing. So one of the things Matt's been doing is he read this thing that basically body language. This guy claimed that with married couples, he could tell always if they were going to stay together or not by the body language. And so like if your partner comes in and like faces towards you, you know, turns their body towards you or not. And since I told Matt what it was I wanted, and we went through the whole thing, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to do it, you know, and I'm like, okay, cool, you know. I had no idea exactly how it would happen because it was breaking some old patterns that we had from before. And so he sits down by me now, and he'll turn his body towards me, and he just tunes directly into me. Not all the time, right? We have lives, we're busy people. Well, I'm not that busy, but we have stuff to do. But when he does it, it just feels so amazing. And if I had never raised my standard, I would never have gotten that experience. And Matt would never have gotten to that experience to do that. I mean, maybe he would have figured it out on his own, come to it. But like raising your standard and then requesting that everybody else come with you, that right there is life-changing for you. It's life-changing for the people in your life. And it's life-changing for people who watch you do it. All right, guys. If you are like, hey, I want to learn to raise my standards, I want to level up, then message me. I am working on my sales page for the one-to-one coaching. It's going to be awesome. You get 2 one-to-one sessions with me every single month, plus a training, plus a group like get together kind of soul party. It's going to be full of awesome, amazing women. I'm taking a very limited number. So if that's for you, message me. And in case nobody has told you yet today, you are lovable as fuck just the way you are. And I'll see you tomorrow.